Hi, Jake.
Hi, Miles. How are you?
I'm great. How are
We're
you?
gonna pretend like we haven't just had a conversation for the last like 20 minutes.
Nope, that that didn't happen.
No.
No, sir. Not one bloody letter. Not one.
So what are we doing today, Miles?
So I created this. If you don't know me, I really like Drag Race and Survivor. It's like the two biggest shows I watched. So I put them together and I put them in a simulation and I get to see who wins. And I get basically my own all-star seasons without the rigmarole production.
Honestly, like this is what happens when we're in a US drag race drought.
Yeah, I guess we are in a drought, huh? But season 14 starts today, so I don't know how much of a drought it is.
Oh, I mean, right, but like
Like we've
it's
had a
been a
day
minute.
without rain,
Yeah.
basically. We're like, oh, parched,
Or
so
like, oh,
dry.
Kylie Sonique Love has been in the hall of like the paint hasn't even dried from her portrait.
Like, right.
And we're like,
There
oh,
hasn't even help me. I'm so thirsty. Like, we haven't even had the first line of like dust on Simone's win.
and she's
And we're like,
literally already getting ready to pass the crown. Like,
right. Seriously, like she was in the like I like one of the teasers for the announcement, and I'm like, she's barely had this crown for like 5 minutes, and she's already
right.
like giving it to someone.
Literally, Candy Muse posted something today about it being 1 year since they revealed the cast for season 13.
Oh my god. And that was like, that's so crazy.
Yeah. And now we're already about to get like 13, 14 new bitches.
And then not to mention 13, 14 new seasons.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Rue is trying to take the British Empire approach where the sun will never set on taking over the mother tucking world. We all thought she was kidding.
All over the world. It's a phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon.
Phenomenon, nom 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 nom. Gonna we go to the top, gonna go to the top. Woo!
Jack is fun. Woo!
Broke my ankle doing that.
I'm still getting over the fact that RuPaul has claimed like 2 kneecaps now.
2 kneecaps. 3, right?
She's fucked up more knees than Tanya Harding. And
Not
yet
this. Not this.
Tanya Harding is the one with the movie about busting in knees. Eventually, someone's gonna snap and like, well, 3 people already have, I guess.
3 kneecaps have at least.
But eventually, like, they're just gonna have to stop doing those fucking challenges.
I just don't understand. They had a person over the age of 50, and you're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make them tumble and fly through the air. And I'm like, ma'am, Miss Charlie Hyde had a broken rib, a broken rectum, a broken diarrhea. Like she had it all that.
Let's go, Charlie.
Charlie, let's go.
I just need Rue to say it. Sashay away.
Oh my god. But
Uh,
regardless, Jake and I have known each other for
far too long.
longer than I'd care to admit, for sure.
2016.
It's been
So 5 years.
years. Yes.
Honestly, the fact that it's been 5 years since I started living in Germany, disgusting. Hate it.
Oh yeah. No, I miss Germany a lot. Like I was setting up I was like going through and finding all my like Christmas decorations. So I have the little like Feuchtermänner, which are like tiny little things that you put like incense inside, and they like smoke like they're smoking. They're awesome. I have 2 of them somewhere around the house right now. And then my mom was like, "I'm gonna send you an advent calendar, but it's gonna be like late by the time you get it." I was like, "That's okay. I can open like 10 chocolates in like one day. Call it good."
Okay, like you wouldn't have done that if you just bought an advent calendar here.
Right. Well, I actually stick to it day by day. Like I'm
You're
very
much better than me.
I'm like, no, this is the day it has to be open. Now, if I
I am
miss
a
a day,
filthy
then I can
whore
catch
that is
up.
opening like 3 days at a time on December
Awful.
1st.
That's awful.
My advent, it is Christmas time by December 10th. Like,
You're like, where's my present?
My present was the 3 pieces of chocolate I ate.
Dad said he'd be back by now. Is he still at the store?
Damn. So, but anyway, we're here to talk about Drag Race Survivor.
Oh boy.
Or Drag Survivor. Is it still Drag Race Survivor?
It's Drag Survivor, I guess. Survivor.
Well,
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor. Oh my god.
Terrible.
Oh, she's a survivor.
Oh, she didn't survive that snatch game though, that's for sure. All right. But yeah, we're talking Drag Survivor. We have 18 contestants who we'll be talking about, and the theme for this season is frenemies. So these are people who may not have liked each other, who may have made up, who may still not like each other, and they're all going to be on separate tribes from their quote unquote pair, and in each episode up until pre-merge, the pairs will face off in a redemption challenge, which means that whoever wins between the two of them wins reward for their tribe, and the loser goes to Exile Island. So we'll see if that plays any strategy, if any grudge matches will be played out. And
now,
yeah.
Before we get into that, I have to ask, is Silky not Meg Ganache in this season? Because then we know who's winning the redemption challenge. Eureka O'Hara.
Oh, nobody likes that. Big yikes. Yeah. Now, Silky's not on this season, mainly because I was like, that girl has too many frenemies. Like, do I put her with Evie? Do I put her with Brooke? Do I put her against herself? We know we're not putting her against Akira because Akira won't show up. So like,
not this.
Shout out to Akira C. Davenport. She's an icon and a star. I named my dog after her.
Akira C. Davenport is like supposed to be on the season, and then they open the plane door and she's like it's an empty walkway. Akira C. Davenport has chosen not to compete on this season.
It was like, what?
And then it cuts to just a confessional where like somehow she found her way to the island to do a confessional, and she's like, I just decided I wanted to compete on this season my own way by not competing. She saw what Ben de la Creme did and she said, hold my wig.
Oh,
I'll do you
wait,
better.
Hold on. I'm gonna make drama with Serena and then I'm gonna leave. Like, oh my god. But yeah, so I guess we can. And so this video is just what us discussing our chances.
Oh, yeah, shit. I feel like this is just talking about like who we think is gonna do well, and
who the fuck is Heather?
Expect it going.
That's so embarrassing.
It's okay, I can edit.
I have to go grab something.
My microphone quality probably decreased drastically.
Honestly, it got better.
You're kidding. Huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds clear. I'm here for it.
Awesome. You better work. Okay. So yeah, so this is basically just us discussing their chances of making it far, who they're paired with, if we see that couple working together or not. And yeah, this is super. Also, this is our first attempt at anything, so it's not gonna be perfect or clean.
It's gonna be flawless.
Oh, well, we are gonna be committing Jiggly Caliente level of drag with Jan levels of delusion, and that's the goal we have here.
I was gonna say Valentina levels of delusion.
Oh, that works even better.
We are full French vanilla fantasy.
Vanilla fantasy.
Valentina, right. Your smile is beautiful.
All right, we are strutting down this runway in the Lala Ree bag look, feeling like we are Sasa Velour at the reunion.
But anyway, hi, I'm Jake.
I know you're gonna say, hi, I'm Jay Jolie. I'm 22 years old, and I.
Oh my god. Okay, so frenemies.
So we got our Coyopa tribe. They're gonna be represented in Orange. And on this tribe we got First up, witty catchphrase. Am I right? It's
Drag is
Dorji.
fun. Woo!
Dorji Thor's in my top 10 queens of all times. I'm admitting this right
I
now.
love Thorgy Thor. I demand more Thorgy Thor in my life.
Dorji needs to be in every season, all the
Yes.
time. I do not care.
Absolutely.
And so chances of Thorgy, yeah, it's like 50-50. Like
Thorgy doesn't give me physical challenge prowess vibes.
right. I feel like Thorgy's fun to be around unless she gets bitter, and then it's not fun anymore.
All right. So if Bob the drag queen shows up,
So we should be good, unless they give her Stevie Nicks on the island, and then we're fucked.
so is this going to be like in pairs? So are we going to see who Thorgy's pair is?
Oh, so it's. I'll let you know. You'll find out on the other. It's on the other tribe. I just did the two tribes.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
Dorji's pair is. The question remains Tia Coffee. Because if y'all remember during sibling
yes.
rivalry, when
yes.
Drag Race UK 2 was being covered and Monet was on vacation somewhere, a long hiatus that we have no idea what it might be. Dorji took over for a bit and hated Tia Coffee for some reason. Like, was convinced that Tia had to be related to one of the producers to earn her spot on the show. Like, and it lasted a good 3, 5, 10 episodes.
It was a whole series arc, sweetheart. Like,
yeah. And then eventually, Gia did like the Mean Girls thing where like Bob and Dorji were on a call, and Bob had secretly included Tia onto the call. And so Dorji starts talking about Tia, and that's when Tia drops in. It's so good. Please go check that out if y'all haven't. It's amazing.
I guess that was kind of bitchy.
But Dorji's
So,
here.
next up on our team is
I cannot have an orange team and not put Coco Montrese on it. Like, girl, look how orange
you
looks.
look. Oh my god.
I mean, and it goes with the saying Coco's obvious frenemy is Alyssa Edwards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I'm not joking, bitch.
I do think in likability factor, Coco has Alyssa beat, in my opinion, because we all like Alyssa now. Don't get me wrong. Alyssa on season 5 was a bitch. Like, straight up, that girl was mean.
But just like Roxy, she was there to make it right on All Stars 2.
Yeah, she's here to make it clear that
you give her a dancing challenge and she'll give you what you like.
Rigor Morris, girl. Rigor Morris.
Rigor Morris.
Who's Morris? I saw Coco Montrese live in Vegas, and she's a phenomenal performer live. Like, as if we don't already know.
Right,
but like,
as if that was up for question.
It's just gets really confirmed, and you're like, she's so great. Go check her out at the Garden if you're in the area. She's amazing.
So
next up
we've got Scarlett Bobo, who definitely spells her name with 2 T's.
It was up to debate earlier. Scarlett Bobo looks our no-no, dressed like a clown and showed in the promo. She is here. Boa really did that, first of all. But second of all,
so this is the confession time for me.
Confession time. Here's what I got.
I still have not watched any of Canada's Drag Race.
No, you really need to.
I know, and I've even got World of Wonder now, so I can. I just like.
It's so worth it. It's really good.
In my infinite amount of time.
I mean, can we talk about it? I mean, at this point, it's like a year old. So, like,
I mean, sure. Like, it's spoilers are on me at this point. Like,
yeah. Well, it's also like on anyone who's watching. Like, the season's like over a year old now. Like, I
feel like the only season that you should feel bad about spoiling is UK3.
Yeah, but there's no one on here on this. So, Bobo's here. Bobo was my pick to win personally. I really liked Scarlett Bobo. And she has one of the most dominant track records ever. She was never in the bottom, always high, 1 win. Like, it's an incredible show of force. And I really liked her. Moving on, Scarlett Bobo, amazing icon star. We love her.
So many.
Her frenemy is her sissy based on the reunion from Canada's Drag Race, they had a bad falling out after the season wrapped. So it'll be interesting to see them back on the show together. Also, the reunion, like it was cute because they did it like a year or a couple, like a long time after
Right.
the season finished. And so I really liked it because you could tell who was like still kind of mad at each other and who wasn't. And I was like, "Ooh, this is some good drama."
My favorite thing about I did see bits of the reunion for that. My favorite thing was that they determined the real villain of the season was production because they waited until after the NDAs had expired.
Right.
Like, sis, you know what's gonna happen if you let that.
I like it though because it means they get to talk about whatever they want.
Oh
Like,
yeah, but like, how did World of Wonder expect it to go?
honestly, that was their best reunion they've had in years. They should do that every time now. If you ask me, it was good. It was good TV.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it was fantastic TV. But like, I'm sure someone up at World of Wonder was like, "We can't let this happen. They made us look bad." Like,
Well,
I don't know
you
why I'm
better
imagining
don't
the
get mad.
executives at World of Wonder being like aggressively straight.
Well,
Well,
queen number one is walking.
I believe that's doable.
Pull my finger.
Trade. Just don't get any in your eye.
Trade. Just so good in your eye.
Where did that come from? That was a voice I don't know I've ever heard from you.
My mask voice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the going to work, like
Yeah, just
don't need anyone to know.
gonna meet some friends at the office and then
Yeah,
go to the
yeah.
bar after.
Grab a couple beers.
Yeah, a couple beers. Go home by 10.
No, for me, you throw in just like the slightest bit of a southern drawl. Oh yeah, we're gonna go get some beers.
That made everything inside me just like recoil.
I'm not gonna lie, that voice just said straight rights. Like,
Jordan, give me a hat back, Jordan. Do
you want to see a little cracker or not?
Anywho's,
So
next
Scarlet
up.
Bobo. So next up,
Tamisha
oh
Iman is coming for
my
you
God.
to show the girls what I can do.
No, you actually can't see what she can do because she blocked you.
You're right. I gotta find out on the Tamisha Iman network so I can see what she's can doing. It's certainly not getting merch out in time. That's not it. But
That is not one of the things that she can do.
but Tamisha Iman is here. So there are two
Drag is her
queens.
game and she does it well.
There are two queens on this season who somehow keep ending up in simulators. I end up doing. Tamisha was on the last one too.
I love it.
I don't. It's because I needed the Tamisha Candy relationship, like that needed to happen, and so I can't put Candy Muse on and not have Tamisha. You know,
Yeah, of course.
that's like
Like-
doing Alyssa Edwards without Coco. Like, yeah, I could put Jade, but who cares about Jade in that relationship? It's
Well,
about
at that point, you could just put Jeremy with Alyssa.
Wait.
You're that girl I knew you were.
It was sloppy.
So Tamisha Iman on Survivor.
She did really well last time, actually.
Okay.
Like, she made past merge. She played one idol successfully. Had a second idol that she did play. Like, she was kind of a threat last season. So she made top 6, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited to see Tamisha play again. Maybe she learned something from last time.
Bent but not broken. Okay.
She'll rise to the top.
So, it's Derek.
Hey,
Bitch.
Derek. Woo! I did it again.
Derek walks off the plane wearing a hat. And Spoiled Drag Race loses their mind.
Everyone's mad.
Derek wears a hat.
And suddenly Derek is traded this season.
Mm.
So Derek Barry could have had a couple of frenemies because Derek liked to fight. Like, we could have done Name Me Smalls. We could have done Name Me Smalls again. We could have done Bob.
You could have done Naomi Smalls.
Naomi Smalls for drag Las Vegas Review. Like, I mean, yes. But I decided to put on the reason why Derek Barry doesn't like her, Miss India Farah, as her pair.
You're a liar, and this is why Derek don't like you.
Amazing. Television gold.
That is TV.
Honestly, pre-merge boot. I'm gonna say it right now. This is a pre-merge boot. I do not
Okay.
think Derek Barry is gonna make it past merge. I do not think Derek Barry is gonna make it to the top. If she does, I will spend a whole week listening to nothing but Britney Spears.
Now let me ask you this. So you said pre-merge boot.
Yeah.
Is it an early out or a middle out?
In
Is it like they
between
need
that,
someone to go home first?
like fourth or
kind of deal?
fifth. Fourth
Okay.
or fifth out is my guess here.
Does better than All Stars, but worse than.
Season 8. Yep.
So following up Derek Barry, we have.
It's her, Valentina.
Valentina. Her smile is beautiful.
Did she sell those tights? Also Valentina looks so great in this picture.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, I get
Here's-
it. I get the
here's-
fan base.
What's getting me about Valentina these days? Did you see In the Heights?
No.
So Valentina just has like a random cameo on In the Heights, like in the movie.
Okay.
And you're just like, it's literally one of those ones where you're just sitting there and you look at the person you're watching it with, like,
Was that?
is that Valentina? So listen, I have zero faith in Valentina's survivor ability.
First boot down.
First
If-
boot.
If her tribe does not win immunity that first episode, first boot.
Yeah.
I'm just it's
Like,
my guess.
She's gorgeous. She
Oh.
looks like Linda Evangelista.
Here's the thing. In the last season we did, Roxy Anders was the first boot. And I think Valentina falls in the same sort of like character type that Roxy Anders is. Not as mean per se, but like very like
But like does nothing to serve the team.
yes. You know?
Like she would be on the beach staring in the water, just
Yeah.
right next to
Honestly,
Alyssa.
I'm just feeling really gorgeous right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They were laughing. You can't say the judges were not laughing. You can't say Jeff Probst wasn't engaged with me. Yeah, he was yelling at me that was at the end of the pack, but you can't say he wasn't engaged.
Yeah.
She
All
knows how to spin anything into a
She
positive.
does.
I'll give her
Oh.
that.
She like, oh, I'm first.
I came in first. Don't take that from James. That's like her one good line they put in the show. Don't take that from her.
So following up Valentina, we have
Shea Coulee. Femme brulee. She's black.
Soleil Coulee.
Look at the edges she snatched today. I see you walking outside sachet.
I love it. Shea Coulee makes it to the top.
Gets cut right before the end. It's
Ooh,
my thing.
the
what I think
emotional
is gonna happen.
acts.
She's gonna have a target on her back that she cannot control, and it's gonna prevent her from getting to the end.
Bitches are gonna be campaigning to send her home.
Yeah. For realsies this time. Ladies, I want you to remember the 4 H's.
She forgot one.
Be
a hoe.
ho.
Be a hoe.
And funny enough, India Fair is also on this season. So is there going to be beef in that?
Oh, I hope so.
Girl.
Okay. So following up our All Stars winner. Oh,
A different winner.
the
The
prodigal
boom,
queen.
boom gun herself.
Oh man.
America's sweetheart. Here she is. Miss
Miss Tyra.
Sanchez. The other Tyra.
The other Tyra.
Now, I think Tyra is the wild card of the season. I have no idea where to peg her. I have
Yeah.
no idea how far she'll get. Like,
You better stop.
it's too easy to say that Tyra's the first boot. And I don't think it's right either.
Now
Nor is
that
it
said,
okay.
I do see all of the other girls being like ready to send her off.
But here's the thing. I don't. If Tyra makes it to the end, I can't say she'll get any votes. So
Yeah.
why not keep her around for that?
Right. That's fair.
I mean, obviously Tyra's frenemy on the other tribe is going to be the one and only same parts Tatiana.
The same parts.
The same parts. The same parts.
The same parts.
Like, because this needs to happen, because way back in the day, before Go Have Your Cigarette Bitch, before Arrogant, before Who's After Peppermint, there was Why You Talking? The untucked herd around the world. And I don't like you. There, are
Honestly,
you happy?
Should
I
have
don't
been
like
Rue's
you.
first Emmy.
Honestly, it was so good. I go back and rewatch that episode all the time because it's just. I don't think that the judges are seeing that Tyra is a complete bitch, and then fix his hair. Like, oh, it's such a good rivalry, and it's one of the rare cases where like the villain comes out on top at the end. Like,
Yes.
it's just good. She's so beautiful. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Tyra really bodied that season. Like, she ate the other girls up. And I don't care how big of a fan you are, Raven lost. Like, Tyra fully won. Like, there is no argument in this.
Oh yeah.
I would have really loved a Tyra win, not win, a comeback. I just do not think it's ever gonna happen at this point.
No, never ever.
So here we are. This is the Tyra comeback we've
This is the
kind of
closest
always
we
wanted.
get.
This is as close as we'll get. And then there's one more person on this tribe.
And we've got
Now we gotcha, Serena Chacha.
listen, you're only gonna show up on Survivor when you're 23 once in your life on the first try.
She's educated. She reads books. She's gonna win.
And if nothing else, she's gonna make a wig out of every goddamn thing on that island.
Coconut husk wigs will be the new line. Like,
Coconut head from Ned's Declassified.
you'll make so much
never,
money off of it.
Could never.
I think Serena Chacha is actually going to make a deep run, is my guess here.
I could say
Like,
it.
no one's going to expect her to make it far. No one's going to see her as a threat. People have bigger fish to fry, and she'll at least make merge, is my thinking.
Okay.
That's, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm prone to just underestimate Serena Chacha.
I mean, I knew she was first put on All Stars anyway, so like, I don't think that's fair. Like,
Right. So I could absolutely see her having a deep run just for the sake of TV.
also for someone who does wigs, I hate this hairpiece. I really hate it. Like,
Listen, I am speaking with no authority in this opinion, but why is she the wig girl?
right? Like, I was like, if you're gonna come in as the wig girl, like, again,
Have
I don't know
wigs.
anything about wigs, so maybe who fuck my drag, but I don't like this.
Like, why do I feel like James Mansfield is better as the wig queen?
Because she is. Sorry, I mean, it's true. Like,
Yes.
all right, so let's move on to your other tribe. We got the blue tribe, which is the Hunapu tribe. So we already know from most of this cast, but let's go ahead and go through them. First up, the question remains
Tia Coffee Babe.
Tia Coffee. I love Tia Coffee. Tia Coffee's in my top 10. In case
Okay.
anybody needs to know. Tia Coffee's the winner. I'm gonna say it right now. Tia Coffee
Okay.
is the winner.
Okay. No, I definitely see her making it to the finale.
I just think Tia Coffee's likable enough that her other shortcomings and maybe physical challenges will be overlooked because she's still good morale to keep on the team.
Yes.
And I think we'll see a deep run from Tia Coffee.
Okay. And with next up we have
Always and Forever, Alyssa's
Miss RuPaul.
secret. I don't think Alyssa's making merge. I hate to say it, I do not think Alyssa's making merge.
I see her making it right before merge.
That's my placement for her too, as like
Like
final pre-merge boop. I just do not think Alyssa. I think Alyssa has the work ethic for a team. I just find that she'll be a little grating for a team.
Alyssa's secret is not surviving.
I'm sitting on it. You got me there, gal. Got me, gal. Almost got
Almost got me, bitch.
me. But
All
yeah,
right, so up next,
Ilona
Ilona
Burley. Sissy. Ooh,
I
Sissy.
love it.
Um,
Again, I'm going to sit out most of this conversation because
Ilona Burley. Hear me out. I don't care what you say. Ilona Burley was the look queen of Canada season 1. Every one of her looks were amazing. Fight me on it. They were all great. Rita Baga got
won't.
nothing. Like, seriously. Like, the concepts that Ilona came up with were really well done. And I think she was super underrated by the judges and by the fan base. Also, the lip sync assassin that wasn't Priyanka and Bobo, if you ask me. Ilona has this personality that like I think a lot of people find grating, but I found really endearing for some reason. And I really liked her. So I do think she won't make merge because I feel like she'll be an acquired taste, but I hope that people she's with will acquire that taste before it's too late for her.
I feel like I need to sit down and just watch Canada's Drag Race before we actually
Do
run
it.
through this.
Do it.
So,
Do it
following
now.
up Miss Ilona Burley.
India 2.9 is refrogged, recharged, refreshed, and ready for action.
But now we're getting India 2.5,
2.5.
which isn't a major content patch. It's
No,
just kind
but
of
instead of 4 H's, she now
quality
has
of
5.
life changes
She added Be a Ho to her statement.
to her lineup.
And now she's ready to win Survivor.
And now she's a glamazon bitch ready for the runway.
I forgot how well India did. I think she made merge last time.
I was going to say, I do see
But-
her making it towards the end.
I think India might be the sleeper winner of the season. Someone who no one expects to make it to the end, but somehow just slides in there somehow.
Mhm.
Is what I think. If not that, then early boot. It's one of the two, I think.
It's kind of a shame that Mimi I'm First isn't the fresh enemy situation anymore, because I could see the two of them teaming up on a challenge. Where,
Sure,
like, Mimi just has to carry India.
carry
across.
India across the sand.
Mimi I'm First. Turns out drag is
Of
a
course.
contact sport.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, you're the winner of. Okay, so following up Miss India Farrow, we have is she
A
gonna jump
juicy
there?
ass. Didn't you get it? AJA carry the 4.
Is she
It's
gonna jump there?
Aja. The
You're beautiful.
fire-
You're gorgeous. You look like Seal. I see it being an early out.
I'd hate to say it too. Yeah, I think Aja is gonna have a hard time connecting with the other girls.
I think that's exactly it.
Even though I love her, I just don't know if she has the likability to stay all the way into the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I don't
Fingers
know.
crossed.
Next
Crazy,
up on
crazy.
our blue team is Nina, Bonina, Banana, Fofana, Osama, Bin Laden, Brown.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. Nina Bonina Brown is back in town to shut it down. And this time she can actually say it because she actually is back in town and has been in town
Yes.
prior. Good for her.
Was previously in town.
I'm so happy to have Nina Bonina Brown in a second season, even if it's not real. I'll take it.
Here's my prediction on Nina Bonina Brown.
Okay.
I see it going full on Gina, where everyone's like, "Oh, clear front runner, making it to the end,"
Right.
and then just self sabotages.
3 episodes in, I'm going home.
Like,
Decides
what
to
I
quit
see.
the game. Okay. I'd hate that, but
well,
I could see
absolutely,
that
I'd hate to
happen.
see it too.
Yeah.
But when you've got a queen with so much hype about coming back,
It's
You're
gonna
setting him
be
up for failure. It's
yeah.
Mayhem Miller.
Mayhem. Lick it. Lick it.
We've got 2 more queens left.
Yes. There's 2 more queens left. And
So
it
our penultimate queen is
is, I mean,
Same
people at the party and are wanting to dance. It's
choices.
It's thank you, Tatiana. Thank you. You're welcome.
I see her being a middle out, but I also see her like on her way off the island, just going choices.
Yep. I think she's gonna be like top 8, top 7 is where I would place her.
Okay.
Like deep run, not quite to the end.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Tatiana.
And then
Last
finally,
one.
last
one.
I don't know that I'd say least, but
D to
coming
the E
at you
to
with
the
the
T
slow
to the
verse.
O. Hold it. X. This is Serena Chacha's frenemy because we all remember the Untucked. Detox is here because Serena's here, and she's also on the same season with Alyssa again for the 3rd time.
Detox coming at you in a slow hearse.
Poor Detox cannot, and she probably walks onto the beach and she's like, "Well, hope I don't botch this one." Makes merge, but not terribly long. I say like 2 votes after merge is my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Editing Miles here. We completely forgot to add Candy Muse, but she is also here. Her likelihood to make it in the game is not very high, if you ask me. Although she was kind of unexpectedly in the top 2 on season 13, so she might make it further than I think. But for right now, tentative mid pre-merge boot.
So
Come
there
on over.
are our queens.
Ooh.
So you've said that your winner is Tia Coffee.
Yes. So I think the final 3 are Tia, India Farah, and Dorji Thor. I think they are the only frenemy who will actually work together and make it to the end. Those are my picks.
So my picks are going to be India Farah, Tyra.
Ooh, out of pocket choice. I love to see it.
And the Alabama star herself, Miss Tamisha Iman.
The ATL Peach
with a story to tell. Those are my top 3.
If she gets on the island, does she admit that she is actually Tamisha Iman, or does she say it's some other person on Reddit?
Someone who's like reading a script. She has somebody stand in front of her and say all of her lines for
her. So if she does win the $1 million, does Tamisha actually receive it, or does it take about 5 months to get there? Ooh, okay. And then first outs for me, I think it's Valentina.
Yes. I see for orange team, definitely Valentina. Blue team, I'm going to say Nina.
Nina? Ooh, okay.
Those are my 2 first outs.
I'm going to say Alyssa or Aja.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We did it.
We already had ours as.
Well, we're about to have ours as.
We are back in town to shut it down.
All right.
Look at that. We did that after a long night of hooking.
After a long night of hooking, Trey didn't like the session. So he gutted me and set me on fire.
But I didn't die. Instead, I crystallized and made a podcast.
Now available on Apple Podcasts.
Or Spotify, wherever you podcast.
But all right.
All right, we did it.
We did it. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. And we're not going to have any proper outro because who are we, professionals?